Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I'm here to provide additional benefits of course, from the zip form level. And I also want to provide new and upcoming products that will be coming your way in the next few months in terms of zip form upgrades. I know everyone loves zip form here, right? We all use it to fill out our forms. So I'm on the technology level of C.A.R. As Susie mentioned, with the real estate business services. We are doing the zip form enhancements, the forms programming, and any updates that you see in your software happens on the C.A.R. level. And today, not only going to provide you the tools why we should use zip form and keep reminding you to use zip form, but also upcoming products that will be added to your account in the next few months, and also libraries that are being enhanced in your account. I don't have my business card, unfortunately I ran out, so I'm going to just pause on the screen for just a second and have you write down my email. And I also want to let you know that not only do we offer visits on the association level, but we also provide what's called webinar online sessions. So if you're looking for just updates on zip form, you're looking for advanced topics on zip form, email me and I'd be happy to provide you the schedules that we have, because our training tend to be about 3 to 4 hours, so we break them down into hour segments from the webinar format. I also want to remind you that about 2 weeks from now we'll have another visit here, which will have a live session, a formal training of zip form. So if you're a brand new user or looking for additional tips and tricks, I will be here on January 20th. The topics will include the basic usage of zip form. 30th. Oh, did I say 30th? Okay. So 30th. So we'll have the basic usage of zip form. We'll cover electronic signature. We'll also cover tools that, again, you might not have used yet in zip form. So we'll go over each of that in detail. So a couple of you might have asked what's the difference between the morning session and the afternoon session. They're exactly the same. So if you're coming in the morning and you want to sign up again for the afternoon, feel free to do that. The more training you get, the more familiar you'll be with your zip form tools. By then, I'll have a lot more items to cover. Again, a couple of updates from your C.A.R. MLS. And we'll have, if you have tablet devices like an iPad or an Android tablet, bring them with you. If you have laptops, bring them with you. We'll practice that. I'll try to address as much questions as I can, the hands-on training, and any questions you'll have. Also, I'll address in a few minutes about an add-on library, and we'll go through one of them right now. This is a brand new set of forms that you have now in zip form. It's called the C.A.R. Sample Library, and there's about 24 forms in your zip form account. Now, if you haven't seen this, don't worry, it just came out actually just yesterday. So the sample forms is a set of templates that you use in dealing with any statutory or language difficulties you may have in terms of statutory laws that we've drafted for you. So to make it easier for you and the clients, you don't have to write your own letters. We have the letters available. So we have 24 for you to choose from. One of them, of course, is the notice to agent and broker, letter-specific instructions. We have all of that now in your account. And our attorney, Neil Kalin, actually helped us put this together. That way, you don't have to it eases out when you're dealing with a transaction, you need to put a letter together. We have that now inside the zip form account. So that's one of the member benefit libraries that we have. And another one, and this is about 30 plus forms in your zip form account, is the DRE form. So if you're looking for license renewal forms, we have that now in zip form. So any DRE related contracts that, again, relates to salesperson or brokerage, forms that you used for renewing your license, we have the DRE forms now inside the zip form. Trust fund forms, which you also find in the C.A.R. library, is also in the DRE library inside zip form. And also to provide you additional help about this, I think on the 31st, Gov Hutchinson, right Albert? Gov Hutchinson will be here, who's going to talk about these new forms and how, again, it benefits you in your transaction, your clients during the course of your transaction. Now, to provide you a quick snapshot where you can find these forms. Now, you use zip form as part of your transactional tools to fill out your contract. So when you open up zip form, you're normally going into the standard C.A.R. library. So to get to the DRE forms or even the sample forms, they're under the library drop-down menu. Okay, so if you pick that drop-down arrow, you'll see a couple of member benefits there, and you'll see the DRE forms. Again, I can use my branch office application form, division form, broker change application. Forms that you find in the DRE website are now just a few clicks away inside zip form. Okay? And the other one is the sample form, and it's under letter S for sample. And I think it's over here. There you go. And the sample forms, again, are the templates that we put together for you. So we have, what did I say here? Okay, I'll give you an example here. This is the demand for deposits by failure to close letter, demand to seller to vacate letter, REO seller failure to provide disclosure letter. So we have the letters provided for you, and all you need to do is fill them out, give them to your clients. Okay, so these are brand new tools inside zip form. So if you log into your account later today and get prompted to upload or update your library, that's because we have these two new items there. Right, so keep that in mind. And another item that I want to cover today is the zip form MLS Connect. And this is now a C.A.R. member benefit. So mainly we work with your C.A.R. MLS to pull data from your MLS and feeds the data onto the zip form field. So I'm in zip form, making an offer on the property. I push this MLS Connect button to pull the data of that listing and feeds the data onto the form. So really, I don't have to fill out the property information or even the listing agent's information. I can pull all of that from my C.A.R. MLS. Now, speaking of C.A.R. MLS, we're working with them right now in mapping the fields. So it's not yet available for you, but we will have a separate communication going out to everyone once it becomes available in zip form. So when, say, fast forward, we have that released at your board, in your zip form account, and again, we go to the tools menu. This is why you should attend the training on the 30th, because we'll cover this too. You'll have a new item in your tools menu when MLS Connect becomes available. You'll have this new button. It's a little house labeled MLS Connect, and you'll open that up, and we will have your MLS Connect right on the screen. So if you're also a member of different MLSs, you'll have that available. That's provisioned to you. And the next step is to really put in your MLS username and password. Now keep in mind, when you contact C.A.R., we only have your username and password for zip form. We don't keep records of your MLS username and password. That you probably have to go to the website and reset that, or you might already know it handy. So when you have that username and password from your MLS login, you type them in the username and password box here. Okay? You only have to do this once, because in your zip form account, we already know who you are. So we'll remember your credentials for you. Okay? The next step is to look for, or is to provide the MLS ID of the property you're making an offer. Okay? For instance, I'm making an offer on a residential, and I have the listing ID of that property. Now, the MLS Connect does not search for an MLS ID. You have to have that handy. Okay? So you may, again, need to go to the MLS website, pull the listing ID of the property, and type it here. So when you press the Find option, our zip form will then read back to your MLS, gets the information of that property, and then it will feed it onto the form. Okay, so here's an example of the public data that I pulled up for Trade Post Road. I'm pretending to make an offer on this property. It pulled up. When I use the import option, okay, it's going to import all of that information. Let me go to my cover sheet here. It's going to import all of that information onto the form.
Wow.
Right, so I don't have to type the property information.
Wow.
Not only that, right, so not only that, on the third page where there's an agent information, it also pulls it in.
Wow.
Right, so you have to really have to attend our training on January 30th. Although I just covered our training for January 30th, but what's one of the many items we're going to cover. So we'll train you that again. I also want to let you know, if you have tablet devices, and I've seen some of you bring them, when we do release MLS Connect for your board, it will be available on the mobile device. Okay, so again, if you're on the go, you're not on your computer, but you have your tablet with you, and you have ZipForm Mobile, you can also pull data using your mobile device, smartphone and or the tablet. All right, so again, it saves you from having to type the information when we have the MLS Connect. So we have some releases this year. Let me go back to that screen. We've already reached about 44,000 of our members this year. We're working on, again, you are one of the biggest MLSs we're working on. So we want to be careful with the release, and as soon as we have that, we will inform your association, your AE, and also send additional training by webinar, or again, another live lecture training that always Albert invites us to come back to. So we'll have more information about that as we get closer to the release date. Now, ZipLogix Digital Ink, that's one of the electronic signature that you use. It is unlimited e-sign using your computer, Mac, or PC. Now, I'm showing you this screen because Digital Ink is now available on the tablet device. So again, if you're ready, when we have MLS Connect and you're ready to have your clients sign it, you're not in your computer, but you have your tablet with you, you can send documents to your clients using ZipLogix Digital Ink. Okay, because it's unlimited digital signature, you can email it to them, they'll get it in their email account, they can even sign it on their tablet device if they want to. Okay, so that's actually released now if you want to try it out. We're also going to enhance, or we're going to have another upgrade come the 16th, which is next Wednesday. We're going to enhance the pre-tagging features in the tablet version. So keep an eye out on webinar training. Again, I'll have my email provided to Jamie and Albert, and we'll send that over to you if you want to attend additional webinars for that. Speaking of webinars, I think I do have one at 10 o'clock today, so if you want to join that, that will be online. So we have another member benefit that's coming your way in the next few months. It's called Zip Consult. So what this does is, I'm in ZipForm, I can conference my clients and have a conversation with them through my ZipForm account. It's like having a web conferencing feature inside ZipForm. So I'm not going to cover it through the $14.95 because this is a free member benefit. There is an upgrade feature to that which you can buy later on. So the web conferencing is good when I'm in ZipForm and I'm walking through the TDS with my clients, the purchase agreement form, and they're out of town, right? Other than picking up a phone, you can actually web conference your client through the ZipForm account. So this new feature will be a member benefit, so it's free to all C.A.R. members. It will be right here. We will have a Zip Consult button there that you can push and contact your clients. And if they have a camera on their computer, you'll see them. If not, you can, again, talk to them directly from your computer. So it's video conferencing your clients, and again, it's a free member benefit to you. And one other item, which I should show you in ZipForm, it's called the C.A.R. Forms Helpline. Not a new member benefit. We actually launched this around third, fourth quarter of 2012. And this is another way of calling the member legal hotline back at C.A.R. So again, I have questions about the purchase agreement. I need to contact the member legal hotline, which is again part of my C.A.R. membership benefit. Rather than picking up the phone and calling them online, I can have them call me directly on my cell phone, okay, when they're first available. So when I have the zip form online open and I have this tool right here called C.A.R. Forms Helpline, the section, they're not open yet. I'm sorry about that. They're not open yet. Let me show you. I forgot about that. They're open at 9 o'clock. So when they're not open, you cannot call them. So it would say unavailable, and we'll provide you and the hours are there. I totally forgot about it's at 9 o'clock. Yeah. Let me give you an example. 5 minutes. So when our business hours are normal and they are open, you would get this section called Dear, and then your member name would come up on the screen. And he would have a message that would say, do you need a basic C.A.R. forms help? Let us help you by contacting or having us call you. So in this section, you will see your member profile. Okay, the member profile we have over you is whatever phone number you provide C.A.R. in your local board. And one thing you'll do is you'll push any of the call me buttons, any phone number where you wish to be contacted. And when you press that call me, that phone will ring and an attorney will be waiting for you on the other line. All right? So the C.A.R. Forms Helpline is a basic forms question. If there is another person involved in your transaction or we need to do a conflict check, an attorney will ask you additional questions about that. Now this section also offers technical help. So if you push one of the options for technical questions or legal question or forms question, you'll have that. That way we'll route your call to the proper department. Okay, so the Forms Helpline, as you can see in my account here, does have its own business hours, regular hours that we would have over at C.A.R. Now I do want to remind you that this is not 24-hour hotline. It's available from 9 to 6, just like our member legal hotline. It is not open on Saturdays, okay, so keep that in mind. We also have closures in the afternoon where attorneys go on their 3 o'clock meeting, so the helpline will also have this screen where it tells you it's not available. So you'll have many options to, again, contact our attorneys from zip form or, again, simply by calling our regular legal hotline. So we'll make it more convenient for you. A few more member benefits that I do want to remind you, and we'll cover this again in detail for the January 30th training, is the Forms Advisor. This has been a member benefit since 2008. The advisor will advise you on what forms to use in your transaction. So let me break it down to you. The advisor will give you the form, the MLS will pull the data from your MLS listing, and we have electronic signature. So there's really a lot of laborious work on your part. We've done all the work, we got the forms, we got all your data put in your contract, so it makes it easier for you to fill out the form. So the advisor, what I like about this is it also comes with a tutorial. So if you remember back in November, we updated our forms. We also updated the languages on the contract, so we've provided training for you too using the Forms Tutor. So if you need assistance with what's been updated on the agency form, we have that for you using the product, okay? It's like having an attorney tell you what to put on the fields of the form. Now, another member benefit, 2 more libraries that I'm going to mention is EPUBs. EPUBs is where you can find your mandated booklets. Most of the time you provide this to your buyers during inspection time. So we have the earthquake booklet, environmental hazards, lead base. So when you provide this to your client, you probably provide them the thick booklet that either title gives you, right? So to make it easier for the client, you can email it to them using zip form. Right? So we have this library now in your account called EPUBs, and you can email it to them right away. And to make it a lot easier, most of you know at the end of the earthquake booklet you have the signature page. We separated that. That way if my client isn't using e-sign, I can say, hey buyer, can you print the signature page that I emailed you and send it to me? Alright, so again, to make it easier on them to do that. Now in the EPUBs we also have additional helpful packets. I would start using the Buyer's and Seller's Guide to RPA form. This will help explain the liquidated damages and arbitration clauses. So these are free pamphlets, again, you can find inside zip form. One last benefit is foreclosure prevention. Now, these forms are not required in a transaction, but it helps anyone who may have questions about foreclosure or short sale, how to avoid foreclosure scam. So these set of forms are also in your account and are for free. So again, when you get a notification in zip form later, and you need tells you to need to update your library, just download that. Again, we're releasing libraries all throughout the years that are free to you. Take advantage of the set of forms that you have there. Okay, so we'll have more of these similar topics that we have on our training on the 30th. So hope you can join us again on that day. Are there any questions?